welcome back. This is my first official makeup related video. Okay, so I'm going to be doing the $1,000 Sephora basket. So if I had $1,000 to spend at Sephora, these are the things that I would get. Okay, so I'm gonna be looking down at my laptop. So if you see me looking down, it's because I'm trying to look at the things that I said I would want. So first up, we have the Somerville Exfoliate Intensive Pore Exfoliating Treatment. This is $85. And I think I first heard about this particular product from Laura Lee. And I was fortunate enough to get a sample in one of my Sephora purchases, so I tried it out, and that one day I tried it out, I loved it. Like, my skin had never felt so smooth before, and I was like, oh my god, I need this. And then I looked at it and it's $85. So for my birthday, which was May 26th, one of my friends got me an Ulta gift card. So I used that, the $50 gift card, to buy a mini version of this, which was still like 20 something dollars, and you don't get a lot. It's like this little, but still I use it very sparingly. So if I had, you know, $85 to just spend, I totally get that. But for the meantime, I'm using the Ordinary, their like red thing that, you know, became really popular on TikTok. So I've been using that instead. And it works, but it's like one of those things that you have to like really wait and see the results. But for me, the Somerville one just works like instantly. Then next up, I have Fenty Beauty by Rihanna, the Pro Filter Hydrating Primer. So my skin, it's oily combination, but it's also very dehydrated. And in general, I just really like that more dewy, glowy, like youthful skin look. So I look forward to like really, you know, hydrating products. So I haven't tried any of the primers from Fenty Beauty, but between like the regular one and the matte one, I think I want to try the hydrating one the most. And this is for $32. So right now I'm just using the e.l.f. Poreless Putty primer, and like if I just had $1,000, I would definitely get the $32 primer. But for right now, the e.l.f. one works perfectly fine. It's what I'm wearing right now. It's what I'm gonna wear in most of my videos because that's like the main primer I have. Oh, and then another Fenty product. It's their Sunstalker Instant Warmth Bronzer in Bahangal. I don't know. Anyways, it's a very warm, medium toned bronzer. So I normally just contour. I don't really bronze much, but if I did want to bronze, I'd really want like extreme warmth. Like I'm sun-kissed. Like this is a very warm tone, and I feel like it'd be like very summery and fun. And I've heard so many good things about this bronzer, so I want to try it out. I use their Fenty's like cream bronzers, but I use it like a cooler tone for contouring, so I don't actually use it as a bronzer. And like bronzer is one of those things, like I noticed a lot of people use bronzer, but it's something that I never got into because like my skin tone's like naturally tan, and like I, you know, I didn't grow up in the US, like I grew up in Asia, so like people wouldn't go out and get like tans or anything. Like I was already naturally tan, so I didn't see the point. But then I started realizing that bronzer is not just for like tanning, well it is for tanning your skin, but it's like to add warmth, and it adds like some dimension to your skin, but like in a warm way that you're like glowy kind of. I don't know if it makes sense, but it's like bronzer is not something that I've really thought about before. So I'm very like limited in my knowledge of bronzing. So I feel like this one's gonna be like a really good one because I've heard so many good things about this bronzer. Okay, wow, another Fenty product. It's the, oh, and the bronzer is for $30. And the Fenty Gloss Balm in Glass Slipper. Okay, so I have one of the Fenty Gloss Balms. I think it's in the one Fenty Glow. And these are for $19. And I really like it. Like the applicator, like the doe foot applicator for your lips, it's very like thick. So it's not something you want to use for like a precise look. It's kind of just to like put a nice glossy finish on top of a regular lipstick or just by itself. And the one in Glass Slipper is their clear one. So since I've heard so many good things about the formula, and I heard that like these are like really good bang for your buck. And so if I got a clear gloss, I'd probably get the Fenty one. But it's $19, and I know there's so many different brands like at the drugstore that have regular clear glosses that work just as good. So, you know, if I had $1,000, I would get the Fenty one, but for now it's fine. And then the next one, this is one of their more recent releases, the Fenty Beauty. This retails for $22. Their Slip Shine Sheer Shiny Lipstick, and I like the shade, the color number 7 Goji Gang. So it's kind of like a deep mauve color, like a very berry mauve kind of color. And I feel like it will look really nice on my complexion. Like this is more of a peachy nude that I'm wearing right now. It's from Gerard Cosmetics. And but I feel like the dark, like not dark, like the deeper mauve, the berry, like warm, I feel like it would look like a very, because this formula is very like shiny and like glossy, but like not like sticky glossy. I feel like that kind of color would look really good, especially in the summer. Like it would just be like a very fruity look, and I could do like a very berry based kind of vibe. I don't know. Anyway, so next, the Urban Decay All-Nighter Face Primer. So I love their all-nighter setting spray, and this primer is for $36. So I love their setting spray, and I know there's like, I think like denatured alcohol in it, so it's not something I use every day. It's like, it's so good for long lasting. Like I go to school at the University of Houston, and from my house it's like a 60-minute commute. And so when I'm there, I try to get all my classes like on the same day, so that I'm there for like a long time. So I'm out in the Houston heat for a long time, and like I need my makeup to last, and like this setting spray does a really good job. Like I've gone through concerts with it, and like I swear by it. But it's not something like, if I'm just putting on makeup, you know, for like this video, I'm not gonna wear it. It's more like I use it for my long lasting days. So I feel like this primer would be like a perfect addition for those days. Like it's not gonna be my everyday primer. It's gonna be like when I have those long days out in the sun. Hopefully when quarantine ends and I'll actually get to go and spend long days out in the sun. But until then, we have another Urban Decay product. Okay, so this one's the Brow Blade Waterproof Eyebrow Pencil and Ink Stain, and I would choose the shade Cool Cookie. It's kind of like an ashy dark brown, so not like brunette, but it's not black, because I feel like black would be too harsh. And like I've always wanted to try those like felt tip kind of eyebrow things, because like if you notice, I don't really fill in my brows. I like having like, there's like a few spots I would like fill in with that brow pencil, like the what is it, like the felt tip kind of thing. But for the most part, I just use brow gel and like brush it up. But anyways, this is for $26, and since I don't really use brow products, that's why I haven't bought it yet, because I don't know if I'm gonna use it. But I really like Urban Decay, and I've heard good things about this. And then I have another Urban Decay product, which is the Stay Naked Weightless Foundation, which is for $39, and I'm in the shade 50NN. And this is, I put this in here as a repurchase item. So right now, I'm not wearing it today, but I currently own this foundation and it's my favorite. So I feel like once I finish all my other foundations, I'm going to mainly use this one. Like, this is going to be my go-to foundation. I love it. It's very like thin, but it's like not like watery. The consistency is like thin, so it kind of like melts into your skin, but the finish is very natural and like satin. It's kind of like, it dries down really well, but it doesn't dry out your skin. So I really love this foundation. It's like a perfect color match for me. And like, when I do repurchase it, this probably I will get. The other ones are kind of like, maybe, but this one for sure. One day I will repurchase it. Wow. I don't normally talk this much, so like I'm running out of breath. Next, the Tower 28 Beauty. This is for $18. They're a Super Dew Shimmer Free Highlight Balm. Okay, so like I mentioned when I was talking about the Fenty primer, I really like that naturally dewy, youthful look, and I feel like this is like the perfect touch. And I've heard so many good things about Tower 28. I think I first heard about them from Tati Westbrook, but then I really heard about them more from Julia, and like she really loves that whole dewy skin look, and I think she really likes Tower 28, like their products. So I feel like if I were to try like a regular balm that's just like a natural dew, I would try the Tower 28 one. But the reason why it's in my fantasy basket is because, do I really want to pay $18 for some shiny stuff on my face? Actually, yeah, but not right now. The next Tower 28 product, which is for $20, is their Beach Please Tinted Lip and Cheek Balm in the shade Magic Hour. So this is like a very warm, like mid-tone peach, like deep peach kind of blush. Is it deep peach? Or like strawberry kind of watermelon-y color, like cheek balm. And you know, I really like cream blushes. Right now I'm using like an e.l.f. quad cream blush, and that's it does the job. But I heard the Tower 28 one is really good, so if I could try it out, I definitely would. The next up, I have the Tarte Maracuja Creaseless Under Eye Concealer, and this is in the shade 40S Tan Sand. So I currently use like a mini version of this, but like it's like a very light shade, and I normally use it to like highlight like the inner corners of my eyes or like the center of my face. I'm not wearing it today, but in my last video I did. And this one, the shade 40S Tan Sand, would be my actual shade, so it wouldn't be like a brightening shade. And I've heard people complain about this, but I actually like really like it. Like, it's a very thick consistency, but it really melts into my skin. I've heard people get weirded out by the texture of this, but I personally love it. I feel like it does make my skin look very hydrated and youthful, especially like under my eyes. Like, it adds like a glow to it while fully covering it. But at the same time, I'm currently using the e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealer, and that kind of has like the same thing because it's a very hydrating, thick, full coverage concealer. So right now that works for me. But if I have the chance, like most of these products, I would definitely get the $26 concealer.